Dear all, good morning. Let us discuss now the characteristics of the measuring instrument that is a part of unit number 1. So, characteristics of the measuring instruments, there are two types of the characteristics. First, static characteristics, and second, dynamic. The static, the name says as a stationary, which is not varying with respect to time. The dynamic characteristics are nothing but which are dynamite, means which has a peculiar behavior. So let us see the static characteristics. The static characteristics are defined for the instrument which measure the quantities which do not vary with the time, as I told you earlier. The dynamic characteristics, these type of instruments are normally used for the measurement of the quantities that fluctuate with the time. So first, let us discuss with the static characteristics. So the static characteristics are enlisted as scale range, scale span, accuracy, precision, error, calibration, resolution, threshold, sensitivity, repeatability, reproducibility, readability, linearity, drift, and hysteresis. So these are all categorized as the static characteristics. So static characteristics, scale range. Let us see the scale range. The minimum and maximum value of the scale of a measuring instrument, that is the scale range. If a thermometer can read a minimum value of the 0 degree Celsius and a maximum of the 100 degree Celsius, then range is a 0 degree Celsius and 100 degree Celsius. So this is a scale range. Span. The difference between maximum value of the scale and minimum value of the scale is referred as the span. The example, span. Span of a scale having a maximum value of 100 centimeter and a minimum value of the, that is minus 10 centimeter, is equal to 100 minus 10 equal to 110 centimeter. That is the span. Accuracy. Accuracy is the degree of agreement of the measured dimension with its true magnitude. The maximum amount by which the result differs from the true value. The nearness of the measured value to its true value. And this accuracy is always expressed as a percentage. So unit of accuracy, percentage of the true value, that is equal to measured value minus true value divided by true value into 100. Percentage of the full scale deflection, measured value minus true value divided by maximum scale value into 100. Let us see the next, precision. Precision is the degree of repetitiveness of the measuring process. Precision is the repeatability of the measuring process. Precision refers to the consistent reproducibility of a measurement. So precise, that the instrument is able to produce the measurement repetitively. If an instrument is not precise, it would give different results for the same dimension for repeated readings. Different results for the repeated readings. In most measurements, precision assumes more significance than the accuracy. So relation between the cost and accuracy. So cost on the y side and accuracy on the x side. So basically, so at the higher the accuracy, higher the cost. So difference between precision and accuracy. Precision but not accurate, accurate but not precise, precise and accurate, not precise and not accurate. So C is precise and accurate. So let us see the error. It is the difference between the indicated value and the true value of the measured quantity, true value of the measurement. So error is equal to, for example, voltage measured minus voltage true value. If there is a difference, then it is an error. E stands for the error, Vm is the measured value, Vt is the true value, E is also known as the absolute error. So percentage error. So percentage error is equal to error divided by true value into 100. That is Vm minus Vt divided by true value, that is Vt into 100. So accuracy of an instrument can also be expressed as percentage error. Accuracy of an instrument is always assessed in terms of the error. So calibration. The set of operations that establish the relationship between values indicated by instrument and corresponding values given by the standard instrument under specific condition. Let me repeat. It is nothing but the comparison between the existing instrument reading and the standard instrument reading under the specific or the same condition. The set of operations that establish the relationship between values indicated by the instrument and corresponding values given by the standard instrument under the specific condition. It checks the accuracy of the instrument. In practice, calibration also includes repair of the device if it is out of the calibration. It gives the indication that if the calibration is with the help of the calibration, one can go ahead with the maintenance of the instrument, or one can go ahead with the repair, so that there will be a great order of the or high order of the accuracy. Resolution. It is the minimum change or smallest increment in the measured value that can be detected with a certainty by the instrument. It can be the least count of the instrument, example least count of vernier caliper, micrometer, etc. That is the resolution. Threshold. Threshold of a measuring instrument is the minimum value of the input signal that is required to make a change or start from a zero or else deflection. So it is the minimum value at which the instrument pointer moves from its rest position. This is the minimum value below which no output change can be detected when the input is gradually increased from the zero. Sensitivity. It is the ratio of the magnitude of the output signal to the magnitude of the input signal. It denotes the smallest change in the measured variable to which the instrument is response. So sensitivity is equal to, it is nothing but the change of the output signal divided by change of the input signal. So sensitive will decide the sensitivity of the instrument, how much instrument is sensitive. Repeatability. The ability of the measuring instrument to repeat the same results during the act of the measurement for the same quantity is known as the repeatability. It is the closeness between the successive measurement of the same quantity with the same instrument by the same operator over a short span of time with the same value of the input under the same operating condition. Means an instrument which is used to measure the X reading for t time must give the same reading for again t time. So that is nothing but the repeatability. Reproducibility. Variation that results when different conditions are used to make the measurement, says different operator, different setup, different units, different environmental condition and different measuring system. That is the reproducibility. Readability. Readability refers to the ability of the user to read to the smallest unit on the measuring device using specified inspection procedure. Line graduated measuring devices that have very fine discrimination may not be very readable. Drift. It is defined as the variation of the output for a given input caused due to the change in sensitivity of the instrument due to certain interfering input like a temperature change, component instability, etc. Drift is nothing but the deviation from the accurate result. So prime source occurs as a chemical structural change and changing mechanical stresses like in a spring. Drift is a complex phenomenon for which the observed effects are that the sensitivity and offset value vary. It also can alter the accuracy of the instrument, as I told you earlier, differently at the various amplitude of the signal present. So there are three different types of the drift: zero drift, sensitivity drift, and combined drift. So these are the certain graphs showing the characteristics of the measuring instrument. Pause it and read it. So hysteresis. What is hysteresis? It is defined as the magnitude of error caused in the output for a given value of the input. Output with the given value of the input that gives the magnitude in the error when the value is approached from opposite direction, that is from ascending order and then descending order. Causes are backlash, elastic deformation, magnetic characteristics, frictional effect. Hysteresis can be eliminated by taking the readings in both direction and then taking its arithmetic mean. Basically, hysteresis causes due to the magnetic stresses. Let us see the next one. Till time we have discussed the 15 terms about the static characteristics. Now let us discuss about the dynamic characteristics. So there are the following types of the dynamic characteristics: speed of response, measuring lag, fidelity, and overshoot. So let us see the speed of response. It is defined as the rapidity with which a measurement system responds to the change in the measured quantity. Let me show the dynamic characteristics are nothing but the instrument which are used to measure the quantity which is varying with respect to the time. That is the speed of response. Measuring lag. It is the retardation or delay in the response of a measurement system to change in the measured quantity with respect to time. Fidelity. Degree of closeness with which the system indicates or records the signal which is impressed upon it. Ability of the system to reproduce the output in the same form of the input, that is the fidelity. The next is the overshoot. Because of mass and inertia of a moving part, the pointer of the instrument doesn't immediately come to the rest in the final detection position. That is nothing but the overshoot. It is also referred as the oscillations. So to avoid the oscillations, we are using the damping. The portion to which the pointer moves and then return back to final steady condition. So this diagram shows the tolerance, overshoot, final value, damped oscillations, slew rate, and settling time. Thank you for your patient listening.